What I saw on 7th October was completely insane. And I know you've spoken about it in multiple podcasts, but I have a very specific question. How in the world do you think that Israeli intelligences did not know about this at all? Like, I just do not buy that.
See, they were warned, but nobody warned them about the scale of things. They thought it's something that we look after locally. They didn't realize, A, how big it was. They didn't realize how much intel the people had on them. And hence no idea of the scale. There was one Israeli researcher who had gamed it before.
What do you mean gamed it?
She had predicted something like this. But all the other intel analysis came back saying no. Because remember, intel is a raw product.
Right.
It gets processed and analyzed and and you can get it horribly wrong. So, for example, the Israeli and the French intelligence chiefs, like me, thought Russia was not going to invade Ukraine. The German, American, and British intelligence chiefs said, well, they are going to invade Ukraine. This is it's a judgment call. There's nothing you can do about it. It's not the last time we'll see it happen, even with Israel. It will happen again, something like that. Maybe the timelines will be different, but something nasty will happen again.
You mean in Israel?
Yeah, if the conflict continues. 40, 50 years for them to engineer another, what's called a strategic surprise.
So, like, they'll take 40 years to come back again if they're not truly vanquished in any way, right?
And there's nothing you can do about it, Prakhar, because history will teach you that no matter how well prepared you are, surprises like this will always happen. It's very easy with the benefit of hindsight to, say oh, we should have seen this.
Right.
It's impossible. It's as simple as, Top Chef, kitne log dekhte hain? Do you watch Top Chef?
I have a little idea.
No, MasterChef.
MasterChef, yeah, right.
So, the, what's it called? The Secret Box Challenge?
Well, bro, you watch too much MasterChef. I don't know what Secret Box Challenge is.
They're all put into a room.
Right.
And they have to open the
box.
And all of them are given the same ingredients, but it's only about 10 ingredients. And everyone has to make a dish with those 10 ingredients.
Okay.
And what ends up happening is, even though everyone has the same ingredients, everybody ends up making a different dish. Raw intel is like the ingredients. The analysis is, and imagine sitting in another room, not really knowing what each of the 10 contestants is going to make, except that you're sitting in another room. And every now and then you can see this lady pouring oil in. So you can fairly assume with the amount of oil that she's going to fry.
Right.
Or another guy putting curry powder in, so this other guy is going to make some kind of a curry.
Right.
You can't really tell what each of these guys is going to make with that. And that is where this is why intel analysis is extremely difficult. With all the same inputs, you can have 10 different dishes and the person sitting in the other room has to guess which of those 10 dishes is going to win the contest. It's very difficult.
Right, I follow. It's like finding a needle in a haystack kind of a situation because you're sifting through so much material, trying to make sense of it and tie it in a narrative. Yeah.
So it's unrealistic to expect that, the terrorist only has to succeed once.
Right.
You have to succeed every single time to prevent it.
Right.
So this is what happened. And it's like every other intelligence failure, very predictable with the benefit of hindsight.
Right.
But not predictable with foresight.
So I was talking to my friend who actually, he's kind of crazy. He was, I think, in New York when this broke out. Guy flew out to Europe. I don't know where he got a ship from, and he sailed into Israel to fight because he was like, man, look, this is my people. I'm not going to tolerate this. So he got into Israel, and I hadn't spoken to him in a very long time. I was worried for him. So I ended up finding a way to contact him. And we got on a very secure link to do a video call. And I was like, bro, what is up? What's happening? He was like, this is going to go on for a while. This could be anywhere between 3 months to 10 years. We don't know. But he gave me something that was very interesting. He said this is part of a three-pronged warfare that is beginning. The first prong is the Ukraine-Russia leg. The second prong is this. And he said the third prong is probably in the South China Sea with Taiwan.
Possibly, yeah.
You've heard of this?
Yeah. And I'm not going to dismiss it.
Okay.
But like I said with Soros, I don't think it's deep state or anything.
Right.
It's just all the stars aligning.
Fair. It's like all of these things converging in a very random sort of fashion.
Russia invades Ukraine. Russia needs a diversion to take away Western money and attention from Ukraine.
Right.
And mind you, this kind of a sophistication of attack and covering up your tracks the way Hamas did, Iran can't do it.
You don't think Iran can do that? Acha, so you think there is Russian
Qatar की तो औकात ही नहीं है.
हाँ, khair. हाँ.
I think a lot of Wagner footprints in this I see.
Whoa.
Personally,
But you
I have
don't know.
no proof.
Right.
But it won't be
Surprising.
outside the realm of possibility either. This sophistication, forget about it. The Iranians are not capable of it. And the Chinese will just pick an opportunity. You see, they see the West bogged down in two major confrontations here and there, and then they decide to reunify Taiwan. So what do? So I don't think it was planned, but I do think there is no better time. If I was sitting in Beijing and wanted to reunify Taiwan, there's no better time for me to do it than now.
Right.